Jollibee is a Filipino fast food restaurant founded by Tony Tang Caktiong. The most famous among all the mascots is a red bee. Founded in 1975, the very first Jollibee was located in Cubao, Quezon City, Philippines. It was not yet known as Jollibee at that time, but as Magnolia Ice Cream Parlor. Jollibee serves very delicious products such as burgers, chicken, spaghetti, and some local Filipino dishes. For its beverages, they serve Pepsi and Coca-Cola products. Probably one of Jollibee's well-known dishes is its Chicken Joy because of its crispy skin and not dry chicken meat inside. The red bee isn't the only iconic figure of Jollibee. There are also other mascots such as Jollibee, of course, Chicky, Lady Moo, Nico, Champ, Yo, Curly, Popo, and Hetty. Jollibee endorses many of their products such as Yum Burgers, Chicken Barbecue, and more. Probably the most well-known endorsement of Jollibee is the Chicken Joy because of its popularity, and also famous Filipino actor Aga Mulak usually endorses this product. A program which Jollibee is known for in the Philippines is the Maagang Pasko program, which is also endorsed by Aga Mulak. It is held every year near Christmas. This program donates toys to less fortunate children as gifts to them. Because of the success of the franchise, it became even more powerful and richer. With it, it was able to make partnerships with Greenwich, Ladong, Chowking, Cafe Ti Amo, Red Ribbon, Mang Inasal, and Burger King. Now, with the really huge success of the business, it is now an international sensation to this day. It is now located in other countries such as Brunei, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Taiwan, United Arab Emirates, and United States of America. Indeed, Jollibee is something that every Filipino can be proud of.
Hi, I'm Mike Com. Is there anything more American than a fast food burger? Ice cream, fried chicken, heck, even hot dogs. Imagine being a non-American and trying to emulate this culinary phenomenon in your home country. That's what Tony Caktiong did when he introduced his native land of the Philippines to Jollibee. Burgers, ice cream, fried chicken, all on the menu. Of course there's hot dogs in the spaghetti, there's ketchup in the sauce, and you wouldn't find this sweet pink spread in any American-made burger.
Can I get you anything else?
No thanks. Salamat.
It is the Philippines' #1 fast food restaurant. What began as a humble ice cream parlor exploded to one of the largest fast food chains in the world. From the creative entrepreneur behind the outset of this corporate giant to the scandal that rocked its reputation and the resiliency that keeps the company moving forward. A storybook success and the controversy that comes with being a national icon. This is Serving America to the Philippines, the story of Jollibee. Jollibee began in 1975 as 2 ice cream parlors under the names of Cubao Ice Cream House and Quiapo Ice Cream House. Tony Tan Caktiong, the founder, decided to incorporate hamburgers into the menu and noticed that they were more popular than the ice cream. Franchised fast food hamburger joints were non-existent at the time. Tony went to the United States to study the fast food business. McDonald's had not yet been established in the Philippines, but it was looming. It was just a matter of time, and Tony knew that he had to capitalize on this great opportunity to get a fast food restaurant started. Following in the model set by McDonald's, he wanted the franchise to embrace the concept of the typical household family and also cater to children. The food had to be fun, the decor had to be colorful and bright, and he needed a character that would be the face of it all. In 1978, Jollibee was established, preempting McDonald's by roughly 4 years, and it never looked back. The Jollibee character was introduced in 1980. It is said that a bee was chosen because of its work ethic and the sweet results that come from its labor. Tony wanted to focus on traditional Filipino culture, incorporating family togetherness and food entrees typically enjoyed by Filipino culture. In 1982, Palabok Fiesta was added to the menu, a bed of noodles with a shrimp, pork, and garlic-flavored sauce topped with pork cracklings and hard-boiled egg slices, a dish that diversified an otherwise Americanized menu. In fact, Jollibee's Jolly Spaghetti contains hot dogs, ham, and ground beef in a sweetened tomato sauce, a common dish in the Philippines, a head-scratcher for Americans. In 1991, Jollibee opened its 100th store. A total of 35 restaurants were opened that year, further establishing Jollibee as a corporate giant in the Philippines. Just 5 years later, they opened their 200th store. After proliferating themselves all over Asia, the Jollibee Corporation had its eyes set on the United States. In 1998, they opened their first restaurant in the most densely populated Filipino-American community in the country, Daly City, California. Introducing Filipino fast food and American-inspired fast food to a whole new audience, Jollibee was an instant hit, but seemingly only to Filipinos who enjoyed the nostalgia of life back home. A scathing blog detailing a trip to Jollibee by a group of white Americans set off a defensive backlash among the Filipino community.
She was disgusted by the food. She criticized the Palabok Fiesta, which is like the most Filipino item on the menu. She was totally grossed out by the crumbled up pork rinds and lemon juice on a hard-boiled egg. I think she came off as pretty insensitive. More so that it felt like she just said all that to make her blog funny.
But it showed an ugliness in the Filipino community, sending angry, unintelligible emails to her, criticizing the arrogance of white Americans, and the whole fiasco brought up an interesting point. Is Jollibee the white Americans' introduction to Filipino culture? This is arguably our most mainstream representation in the States. It admitted hit or miss with a lot of people, and there's a feeling conveyed by some that it's merely a poor knockoff of McDonald's. Regardless, the controversy never got too out of hand. The blogger wrote a follow-up entry that admitted that some of her parts in her review were exaggerated.
Is there anything more American than the internet? In this day and age, with nearly everyone having access to a camera and computer, one moment of poor judgment in front of that lens could lead to dire consequences. Jollibee was also a victim of being on camera. I don't want to eat this.
Our well-loved Jollibee mascots in a distasteful situation is now circulating online. The material is obviously no more than someone's idea of a senseless amusement. Yet we cannot ignore the equally obvious risk of its effect on our children.
The scandals didn't stop the momentum of the company. The following year, in 2007, Jollibee had opened its 600th store, including one in Las Vegas.
Nakakita na ba kayo ng mundong ganito kakulay? Kung saan laging
In 2008, Jollytown launches on TV, the first children's TV show produced by a fast food chain.
many flavors and lots of goodies all around.
Tony Tan Cactiong, entrepreneur, claims he still eats Jollibee food 3 times a week. During his company's rapid expansion, Jollibee has acquired Greenwich Pizza Corporation, Chowking, Red Ribbon, and Deli France, securing dominance in the food industry in all of the Philippines. What began as an ice cream parlor has now evolved into a giant in the international fast food industry. Along with that, a children's show and the most recognizable character in all of the Philippines. Jollibee shows no signs of slowing down, and it's the burgers, the chicken, the spaghetti, and the palabok fiesta that are leading the charge.
Thank you for taking a look back at the history of Jollibee. I'm your host, Mike Com. Until next time, salamat.